Naked I came, and naked I return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. I stood in the ruin of what I had built. I counted the losses and measured the guilt. I asked all the questions that grief asks at night, and came up with nothing that made it feel right. But somewhere beneath the debris of the day, I found a small altar still standing the way. I left it before the foundations came down, and I knelt in the rubble and placed on the crown. The children are gone and the wealth is a ghost. The servants have scattered from pillar to post. The fire and the wind and the runner who came all delivered the news that destroyed all I claimed. And yet there is something that cannot be lost, that survived every fire at whatever the cost. The name that was written before I had breath is the name that I speak on this side of the death. Of everything I thought defined who I was, I did not earn what was given to me. I cannot hold what was never mine to keep. And the one who gave it is still worthy of the worship that remains. Blessed be the name alone. Blessed be the name the Lord gave. Blessed be the name, He is worthy. This is not the worship of the comfortable. This is not the praise of the prosperous and full. This is worship that costs something actual. This is Job upon the ground. This is bless the name when the name is just. Remove the very ground you stood upon. And somehow in the removing something new was deposited that I will build upon.
Blessed be the name.
Even now,
Blessed be the name.
even this,
Blessed be the name.
even here, blessed be the name the Lord. Blessed be the name alone. Blessed be the name the Lord gave. Blessed be the name, He is worthy. Blessed be the name even now. The Lord gave, blessed be the name. Where were you when I laid the foundations? Where were you when the morning stars sing? He answered from the whirlwind, not with comfort, not with reason, but with question upon question that reduced me to my season of silence. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand the scope of what I'm saying. Where were you when the morning stars first sang together in the dawn? Where were you when the sons of God shouted when the world was born? Have you entered the storehouses of snow? Have you seen the gates of death? Can you bind the Pleiades or loose Orion's belt? Who endowed the heart with wisdom? Who gave understanding its address? Can you lift your voice to the clouds and make them answer your request? And I stand in the whirlwind, not broken but rebuilt, for the God who answers questions with the cosmos is still with me. Still, the one who questions me is the one who made me, and the one who made me is the one who still sustains me. Where were you when he laid the foundations? And yet he calls me by my name. Where were you when he set the boundaries? And yet he knows my frame. The God who made Orion and Pleiades is the God who sees my tears. Where were you when he laid the foundations? And yet he answers here. Overwhelmed, yet seen by him. How great, yet he knows my name. And the mystery of Job's encounter is not that God explained himself. The mystery is the whirlwind meeting is what put Job back on the shelf of faith, not because the answers came, but because the one who has them showed up in the storm in person. And that was enough to have him worship in the very place where he had questioned in the dark. For the God of Orion and Pleiades had always known his heart. Who has put wisdom in the clouds? Only you, only you. Who has given understanding? Only you, only you. Where were you? Yeah, here you are, the God of all. Yeah, here with us. Where were you when he laid the foundations? And yet he calls me by my name. yet he knows my name.
Where were you?
Well, where were you?
Where were you?
Yeah, here he is. How vast, yet he knows my name.
Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Though he slay me, still I trust. This is not the faith of easy mornings. This is not the praise of pleasant days. This is worship that was written in the ash heap by a man who had no reason left to raise his hands except the reason that preceded every circumstance that came to take it. This is Job on the other side of everything, still holding to the one who could forsake it. He has hedged me in on every side. He has stripped me of the things that define the person that I thought I was before. The life I thought I built upon the shore is washed away in one relentless tide. And yet I will defend my ways before him, and yet I will present my case and wait. For this I know that my Redeemer lives, and at the last he will stand upon the earth. This is not resignation, this is not the absence of pain. This is the most expensive worship that a person can sustain. Though he slay me, yet I trust him. That is all I have to say. Though he slay me, yet I trust him. This is how I worship in the breaking day. Not because the pain makes sense now, not because the answer came. Though he slay me, yet I trust him. That is worship, that is faith. Though he slay me, yet I trust. Still I trust him. Though he slay me. There are songs that cost the singer nothing, that the audience receives at no great price. And then there is this declaration that was wrung from human sacrifice, of comfort, of the need to understand, of the right to have the reason given. And in the ringing out of all of that, something pure takes its place, still living. Yet I trust in the taking, yet I trust in the slaying, yet I trust in the silence, yet I trust. Though he slay me, yet I trust. Though he slay me, yet I trust. that is faith. Though he slay me, yet I trust. Still I trust him. Though he slay me, yet I trust. I know that my Redeemer lives.
I know
At the last he will stand. Skin and flesh are wasted, my bones cling to my skin. My breath is strange to my wife, my own brothers are kin to strangers who have left me in the very pit of pain. Yet I know this one thing only, and this knowing will remain.
they have written on a tablet, let these words be carved in stone. Let them be inscribed with iron, let them in the rock be known, that after all the worms have done what worms are destined to, I will see him with these eyes and not another. I know this is true.
Not in the comfort of the easy, not from the mountaintop of blessed, but from the ash heap, from the broken, from the lowest and the pressed. I know that my Redeemer lives, even from this ash heap. I declare, I know that my Redeemer lives, and at the last he will be there. After the skin is gone from my body, after the worst has had its way, I know that my Redeemer lives, and I will see him on that day. My Redeemer lives, even now. My Redeemer lives. At the last he will stand. And this declaration is not easy, it cost the utterer everything. For to say I know my Redeemer lives from a life that looks like this
Requires a different kind of certainty than the one the comfortable possess. A certainty that predates the evidence, a certainty that outlasts the mess.
from the ash heap.
He lives
My Redeemer lives.
from the lowest place. He lives.
My Redeemer lives.
I know that my Redeemer lives. At the last he will stand. He lives. I know that my
greater than the beginning, the latter end. He restores what the fire took. I asked you questions you never answered. I demanded reasons you never gave. And then you came in, the whirlwind speaking, and I knew I had been trying to engrave on the infinite the measurements are finite, trying to contain what cannot be contained. And I covered my mouth and said I'm sorry, and you restored the years the locust claimed. You gave twice what had been taken, you restore the double portion back. And the friends who had misrepresented now came asking for what I had. To speak on their behalf before you, that is the great reversal of the ash. For the man who worshipped in the ruining, now praise for those who failed him in the crash. The latter end was greater than the beginning ever was, and the story doesn't end in the loss that the early chapters tell. The latter end is greater than the beginning ever knew. The latter end is greater. He restores the double through. What was taken in the testing was returned with interest paid. The latter end is greater, and the restoration was not delayed. Latter end, greater still. He restores more than before. And I hold this story carefully, not as a promise of the formula, not as if every joke gets double at the chapter 42 arrival, but as evidence that the God who takes is also the God who gives again. And the worship that survived the taking is the worship that outlasts the pain. He restored what the fire had taken. He restored what the enemy had shaken. The latter end is greater, twice as much he restores. The latter end is greater than the beginning ever knew. The latter end is greater. He restores the double through. What was taken in the testing was returned with interest paid. The latter end is greater, and the restoration was not delayed. Latter end, greater still. He restores more than before. Latter end, greater still. He restores more than before. And Job answered and said, I know that you can do all things, and no purpose of yours can be thwarted. I've heard of you by the hearing of the ear, but now my eye has seen you, and I repent in dust and ashes. That is all I have to bring you. Not a lengthy case for my innocence, not a list of all I suffered and withstood, just the overwhelming recognition that the seeing changed what the hearing never could.
The friends who spoke the easy answers were the ones who got it wrong,
and the man who dared to question
was the one who heard the song.
From the whirlwind, from the storm, from the one who answers questions with creation,
and in answering became the answer
to every human desolation. Then Job answered, that is the whole story.
a man who lost everything
And still directed his voice toward glory. Then Job answered and worshipped. From the ash heap still he praised.
Then Job answered and worshipped,
In the fire his hands were raised.
not because the answers satisfied him,
Not because the pain was justified.
then Job answered and worshipped,
And the God of heaven replied. Then Job answered, still he worshipped.
from the depths still he praised.
For every person in the middle,
Of the story that has no resolution yet,
for every person on the ash heap,
who has not received the double portion yet,
we declare the posture of the patriarch, who worshiped before the answer came, who said, though he slay me, yet I trust him, and bless the Lord who gave and took the same.
though he slay me,
Yet I trust him,
my Redeemer lives.
he will stand at the last. The Lord gave and the Lord has taken. Blessed be the name of the Lord.
Then Job answered
And he worshipped.
from the ash heap,
Blessed be the
then Job answered and worshipped,
From the ash heap still he praised.
then Job answered and worshipped, in the fire his hands were raised,
Not because the answer satisfied him, not because the pain was justified.
then Job answered and worshipped, and the God of heaven replied,
Then Job answered,
still he worshipped, from the depths still he praised.
and Job answered,
Blessed be the name,
from the ash heap still he praised.